My name is Carlos Fierro. I am 16 years old. For the past 9 months or so, I have been the host of the Pegasus Media podcast, where I've been famous for my opinions on Kyrie Irving and Russell Westbrook and Ben Simmons and stuff. Yeah. So that's, for those of you who don't know who I am, that is pretty much a rundown of what I've done for the last 9 months. This video here today is really more of it's a different type of video than what we normally do on the channel and what we're going to do moving forward. The reason I wanted to do this video today, and specifically why I wanted to make this video, is because me personally, I feel like whenever I'm watching YouTube or I'm scrolling through TikTok, I always tend to follow the people and I tend to like the people, not just what content they make, but who they are, and they let us into their life a little bit. That's my preference. So I've wanted to do this video for a very long time. I've been trying to build up the courage to do this video. Basically, I'm trying not to get emotional here, but who knows? We'll see where it takes us here. I am 16 years old, like I said earlier, but for the past 16 years, I have been through quite a lot. There's some things that we're going to discuss today. There's some things that I personally would like to keep private because I'm still battling them and I want to, but I'm just choosing not to share it at this moment. But I want to share the big challenge in my life, which is I was born with a condition called artrogriposis. If we're being honest, I am not fully, I don't know everything there is to know about this. All I do know is 1 in every 3,000 kids have it. I know that it attacks the muscles and joints, some cases more severe, and then there's some cases like me which is less severe than what other kids have it. For me, it's attacked my legs specifically and my fine motor skills in my hands. So I've had 6 surgeries. Well, 6 leg surgeries. I've had 2 eye surgeries. I've broken my bones many times. I've been in and out of hospitals quite frequently, a lot in my life. And I have been through some excruciating pain more times than not. And not just physical, but also mentally as well. It's tough. So my day-to-day life is a little different than most of you watching. Whenever I go to school, I'm in a wheelchair. That's just because my school is so big that I can't physically actually walk all the campus because I get tired because of the condition. So I resort to using a wheelchair. I also use a walker for whenever I go to like the shopping mall or somewhere else, because that helps my legs also get less tired. And another thing is I experience certain things differently than most people. When it comes to like leg cramps, for normal people it's uncomfortable and tingly. For me, it is some of the most excruciating pain in my life. So the reason I'm doing this video is not to get not for anyone to feel sorry for me, not to get pity, because the reason I'm doing this video is because it's not for the views, it's not for the likes. At the end of the day, if I can just inspire, if I can just be that light at the end of the tunnel for other kids with similar conditions or even my condition, I want to be that voice of hope that I wish I had growing up. And if I can just help people with this video, that is my goal. That is my goal for this video, is to just help people, to reach kids, that not just kids, maybe adults, reach people who need to hear this. At the end of the day, I know how hard it is to live with a disability. It's not easy. I know it's not easy not just for the person who has the disability, but also for the people who have to take care of them. It's a tough job to be a disabled kid. It takes a lot out of you. Yeah, it's a lot of work to take care of them. That's why for me, I know when people ask their like kids, especially kids in general, they say, "Oh, who's your hero?" Kids will say like some celebrities like LeBron James or Cristiano Ronaldo. And for me, yeah, I admire LeBron. I like Ronaldo. But there is no celebrity in the world that can ever match who my heroes are. and those are my mom and my dad, because they've been with me through everything that I've gone through. They've been right by my side, and they've been, honestly, in when times have gone tough, and when times have gotten tough in my life, they've been my light. They've been the reason why I fight so hard. They are the reason why I am where I am today. I don't know, I owe them everything, literally, because they've shown me what it feels like to be loved. They've given me all that I could ever ask for, and they've been with me through thick and thin. And that is why I am not ashamed to say, but my parents are my heroes. My parents are my best friends. I love my family to death because they have sacrificed so much, and they have given me a life that I am so grateful for. And at the end of the day, I just do everything in my power. I just want to be able to not just help kids, but I want to help the people who have helped me all my life. That is why really my end goal, and this is my end goal for Pegasus. I just want this thing to blow up so I can help my parents, and I can give them the best life like they've given me, because they've done everything for me. I love my parents, and then and my sister's been, she's my rock. She is an incredible person. She makes me want to be better every single day because I see everything that she's done. And my family they always say that I inspire them, and it makes me feel really good, but at the end of the day, they inspire me 10 times more. They inspire me to do so much, and they are the reason why I have the courage to do a lot of what I've done. Like, I just look at what my dad's done, everything that he's done with all his businesses and all his YouTube, everything that he's been able to accomplish, and quite frankly, is the reason why I work so hard in whatever I do. It's one of the main reasons why I started Pegasus, because he has inspired me to follow my dreams, and I've seen how he's been able to do everything that he's been able to do, to be as successful as he is, and I know that there's far more that he's going to achieve. He inspired me. Watching him do what he's done has inspired me to do everything that I do. Seeing how he just fights for the family, how he puts himself second to the family, that is why I am able to do everything that I am. That is why I am able to wake up and go to one of the best schools, or he's the main reason why I'm able to follow my dream in sports, follow my passion, because at the end of the day, I know I have him always. And my mom, she's a fighter, the rock of this family, and I love her to death. I know I'm not the easiest kid to take care of. I know I can be pain in the butt, but at the end of the day, she still loves me, and I am so grateful for that. I feel like the luckiest man in the world, luckiest kid in the world every single day, and it's not because of anything that I have. It's not because of any material stuff. It's not because of any of that. It's because I get to wake up every day and I get to see my family. I get to witness their greatness, which in turn fuels me to be great, because they just are a family of rock stars, and the love that they've given me and shown me for the last 16 years has been unbelievable. I am so grateful, and I know I can never pay them back, because it's so crazy how loved they make me feel, and that is the reason why I never give up. I never give up, because I know I have my family next to me, and it can be me against the world, and they will still be by my side. So having that relationship with your family is super important for a disabled kid, but any kid, any person. You need those people who can guide you, who can lead you, and who can inspire you be better. Huge. It's great what a team like that can make you do. Now I just wanna talk to anyone who's struggling with any type of disability. Look, I know it's not easy. These are words that I wish it didn't take me so long to realize, because I know how difficult it is with having a disability. You feel alone a lot. You feel like no matter what you do, this thing will always have a grasp on you. But let me tell you, it won't. If you work hard enough, and if you believe And if you have the love and support of people who you love, then you take control of that disability. You will take control, no matter what it is. Having a disability, yeah, it gives you, it like handicaps you, obviously, in a way, but it is also your biggest strength. If you really look at it, you look at it, it's strength, because it gives you that endless motivation to want to succeed and to want to be better. And it is incredibly difficult, I know. It's so difficult to go through that. But at the end of the day, it's all possible. It's all possible if you believe, and if you believe, and if you work hard, and if you give it everything you have, and you don't give up, no matter what you do, no matter how many times people say no, or no matter what people say, if you never give up, you will be fine. Doctors told me I was not gonna walk, and I'm not like that. I'm not just walking. I've managed to live my dreams. I've played basketball on teams. I've played soccer. I lift weights. I'm able to work like any normal person. I've been able to see the world. I've been able to step foot on some of the most beautiful countries in the world, and I've been able to do everything that I've done because I don't take no for an answer. That's the best. I don't quit. I can't quit in anything, and that's what I think. That's the one thing I want to leave to anyone who watches this video, disability or not. Don't you ever let anyone tell you it's impossible, because if you believe, and you pray for it with anything is possible. And at the end of the day, I am living proof of that. I am living proof that anything is possible. If you believe and you work your butt off, your dreams will come true no matter what it is. Now, I'm not saying that it's not gonna be hard. I'm not saying there's not been days that I've fallen on my sword and I've said, I don't want to do this, or I can't do this. There's going to be days where you feel like quitting. There's going to be days where you don't want to continue, but do it. That's when you find out who you are. When you want to quit, if you keep going, if you work hard enough, if you give it that extra mile, then the results will be worth it. And that has taken me years to learn, and I still struggle with that. I still struggle with that, and it's not easy. Life isn't easy, but at the end of the day, is beautiful. It is so beautiful. People just have to take a moment to appreciate where you are. Just look up for a second. Just look up, put your phone down for a second. Don't work all the time. Just enjoy life. That's another thing I want to let people who watch this video with. Enjoy life. Life is too short to be stressed all the time. Life is too short to be working all the time. Just enjoy life. If there's something that my life growing up has taught me, is that life is short, man. In 2019, it was December 2019, and I was sleeping one night. It was a regular night. I was sleeping in my bed when all of a sudden I start to choke and cough really loudly. So my mom rushes into my room to see how I am, and I couldn't breathe. I was turning blue. So my mom called 911, and they checked me out. I stopped. But then that was a reoccurring theme for many days. Me and my mom decided just to go to the ER. I was then taken up to one of those the rooms that they have there, and I stayed there for a good amount of time. I don't exactly remember. I don't remember exactly how long I was there. I just know that I was in the ER, and then out of all the stress and everything that happened, my mom she got sick as well, so she was taken to the adult ER. This was a couple years ago, so I was 12 or 13. So there I was in a hospital bed. It was around Christmas time. It was around the holiday season, and my mom in the other ER. So we had a family friend and my sisters stay with me because my dad was on a business trip. And I just remember crying every night in that hospital, because really for the first time in my life, I thought I was gonna die because no doctor told us what was wrong with me. And I kept having these attacks, and they ran all sorts of tests. Or I got to a point where I started losing hope. It was nights where I just said, that's it. I thought I was actually gonna die because no one knew what was wrong. Very scared. I will admit it now. I was mostly, and this is the crazy part, that I wasn't scared that something was going to happen to me. I was more scared about my mom being in the hospital is all I could think about at the time. Even though I was in the ER too, I was going through that. All I could think about was my mom going to be okay? That was one of the most scariest things I've ever had to go through. I know life isn't easy, and there's times where you just want to give up and you think that that's the end. But let me tell you, if you just have to believe, you just have to hold on, and I promise you, life will get better. That was 2019. A year later, it was actually, I believe it was also, I think it was December 2020. Yeah, it was December 2020. My entire family gets COVID. And we're all locked down, and obviously we're all in quarantine. Funny story, I didn't know I had COVID because my family didn't tell me, and I'm very glad that they didn't. I actually didn't find out I had COVID till a couple months after that, when I was actually, ironically, I found out I had COVID in the toilet because I remember that my mom said, "Oh, you can't have it anymore." But I'm like, "Oh, cool." But I never realized that according to me, I didn't have it. So I'm like, "Oh, I've never gotten it at that time." So I'm like, "Oh, cool." But then I was just in the toilet, like sitting, and I don't know why I was just like, wait, I don't know why I was thinking about it. I was just like, hold on, if I can't get it for another 3 months, that means I already had it. And then I connected the dots. I'm like, that means when we were all in lock, when we were all closed down in our rooms, I also had it. So that was the funny part. I didn't realize that till a couple months after. Yeah, I got COVID a year after the breathing incident. It was the most depressed Christmas of my life and holiday season of my life because we were all locked in the rooms, and then my grandpa was there. He somehow did not get it, even though we ate together. We were in the rooms together. It was a miracle that he didn't get it. So we were able to get him, send him to Ecuador. This was, I believe, January 1st was when he was going to leave. As soon as he leaves, my mom, I think she was fighting to be strong for my grandpa and me. And then she just gets to relax, and then she gets really sick and is taken to the ER. And that was the worst feeling of my life because I remember being in my room. I remember my sister and my dad coming in and telling me not to go outside. And then I remember standing in front of my window and watching as they would take her. That is, to this day, the most painful experiences, and that is one of the moments that I have ingrained in my mind. I was so scared because my mom is in the hospital. My dad and my sister are with COVID. So for the first time in 14 years, because I was 14 at the time, for the first time I felt truly alone because I was locked in my room. I could only go out to use the bathroom. I couldn't see my dog. I couldn't see my dad. I couldn't see my sister. And then I remember my first thought was, after they took my mom away, after my mom was taken to the hospital, what if that happens to my dad or my sister? What do I do then? And I was so scared. And it was tough, but now luckily we all got better. I was just so scared. So really what I'm trying to say with this video is, life is going to test you. Life is gonna throw curveballs at you, but the one thing that you have to remember, if you put your mind to anything, you can do it. And I know how hard it is to live with a disability, so I'm just trying to do my part with this video. Be that positive inspiration and be that positive light to other kids, which is what I want to do with Pegasus Media. I want to really be like a distraction for not just kids with disability, but for anyone who's going through something in life. I just want to bring, for my content, for the content that we do here, to bring joy to people and to inspire people, because at the end of the day, that is what I believe my purpose in this world is. I want to inspire as many people as I can. That is what I feel like I was put on this earth to do. That is why I wanted to do this video, because I want to be that voice of calm and reason. I want to be what I wish I had. I wish I had a kid or someone make this video growing up saying these things and telling his story, because I felt, and I still kind of feel like there's not a lot of kids like me, but at the end of the day, there are. And that is the one thing, that is what I want to leave you off with, that no matter how severe your condition is, or no matter how rare they say it is, you are never alone. You are never alone. That's why I'm also going to say this: if anyone needs any help with anything, anyone needs just a distraction or a good laugh, that is what I am here to do here. That's what Pegasus Media is here to do. We want to be your light. We want to be your distraction. Life gets tough. We want to be what you turn to just make your day a little better. That's my goal here, to make people's life a little better. So that is the video, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share this with whoever you think needs to hear this, and peace out.